afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the EHF offices in Vienna for, well, a bigger draw day of our younger age category events. We will have in total 5 draws that we will be conducting today for this summer's younger age category events, and namely those are the men's 18 EHF Euro as well as the corresponding men's 18 EHF Championships, as well as the men's 20 EHF Euro, and for this one we have one corresponding men's 20 EHF Championship. However, we start with the younger age category. We start with the men's under 18 and we go straight to the draw for the men's 18 EHF Championship which is played in Kosovo. We have in total 7 teams participating in this championship. These teams, as you can see here on the graphic, these teams are seeded into 4 pots and they will be subsequently drawn into 2 groups. One group of 4, one group of 3. We go from bottom to top, starting with pot 4, ending up with pot 1. And I very much welcome on stage, conducting all 5 draws today, the chairman of the Competitions Commission, Božidar Djurkovic, as well as Markus Glaser, our chief sports officer here at the European Handball Federation. Well, gentlemen, the floor is yours, and I think the first step is an easy one, but I let Markus and Božo take over here.
Well, a warm welcome here from the stage of the draw. Thank you very much for the introduction. A lot of information was provided to the participating federation, but also to everybody else in Europe interested in the outcome of the draws for today. We will go through the draws step by step. Later on there is one or the other step that we have to take care of, especially when it comes to the organizer. Of course, I think everybody is used to the procedure that the organizer has the right to choose the group where they would like to go, and we are also in the meantime used to the procedure how we are going to do that. The first one, as we heard, is the men's EHF 18 Championship II, which takes place in Kosovo. We heard that we are going to have 7 teams, which means logically we will have one group of 4 teams and one group of 3 teams only, and therefore in row 4 we have only one team, which is in pot 4, if you want to say so, and this is the team of Azerbaijan, which is the lowest ranked team, and therefore we do not have to draw row 4 of this event. We can allocate Azerbaijan to position number 4 in group A, which we are doing right away, and then we are ready to start afterwards, and you can see it on the graphic. Azerbaijan is in group A on position number 4, and we are now continuing here with the first draw. We have pot 3 on the stage. The blue balls have the teams, the white balls have the groups. We therefore always start with a blue team and afterwards with a white team, with a white ball in order to see in which group the team is going. So pot 3 has the 2 teams of Great Britain and Belgium, and I kindly ask Božidar to start with the first team. So the first team for today is Great Britain. Great Britain goes to Group B. So Great Britain, Group B in row number 3. The other team in row number 3 is the team of Belgium. Belgium goes to Group A. So we are now getting the teams and the groups for the next pot, which is pot number 2, which has the teams of Georgia and Bulgaria. So we repeat the same steps. Remember, the teams are the blue balls and the groups are the white balls. We always and repeat this all the way through the draw this afternoon. We start with a team and afterwards with a group. So in row number 2, we have the team of Bulgaria. Bulgaria goes to Group A. Bulgaria, Group A. Georgia. Georgia consequently goes to Group B. So that was pot number 2. So now we have left pot number 1, which has the 2 teams of Kosovo and Luxembourg. Kosovo is the home team, the organizer as we call it, and Kosovo has the right to choose the group. But first we need to open the balls and see which teams we are going to get. So please, we have the organizer in the red ball, which will always be the case all the way through the draws. And this is Kosovo.
Okay, thank you very much, Marcus. Thank you very much, Bojo. I'm taking over here while we're contacting the home team, the organizers of Kosovo, to see whether they choose Group A, the one with Bulgaria, Belgium, and Azerbaijan, or whether they choose to go into Group B, the one with Georgia and Great Britain. Quick info here on this championship. It'll take place in Pristina, the capital of Kosovo, on the between the 12th and the 18th of August 2024. And let me just check whether we have an answer already. Yes. So Kosovo has decided to go into Group A, the one with Bulgaria, Belgium, and Azerbaijan. And I hand over for the final step of the draw to Marcus and Bojo again.
So we heard that Kosovo is in Group A in pot number 1. And for the courtesy of completeness, we now take the second ball of pot 1. And this is the team which correspondently goes to the other group. Therefore, we are not drawing the group, but we have Luxembourg going to Group B, position number 1. Which concludes the draw for this event.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Dear viewers, as you can see here on the draw graphic, we've completed this draw for the Men's 18 EHF Championship II, the one that takes place in Kosovo. We move straight away to today's second draw, and it's the draw of the Men's 18 EHF Championship I, a championship that is going to be played in Slovakia. Instead of 7 teams, we have now 8 teams in the mix. Just like before, these now 8 teams have been seeded into 4 pots, and we will draw these 8 teams into 2 groups of 4. Well, with no further ado from my side, because the procedure is exactly the same, I hand over again to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djokovic.
So here we can start right away with the draw of pot 4. We have 8 teams. They go to 2 groups of 4 teams each. Consequently, we have 4 pots. Each of the pots have 2 teams. Once again, the teams are in the blue balls and the groups afterwards are in the white balls. Pot 4 has the 2 teams of Finland and Turkey. And we will now draw a blue ball and find out which team we have first. So the first team for this event is the team of Finland. And the group for Finland is Group B. So Finland opens up this draw on position 4 in Group B. The other 2 teams in this pot is Turkey. Turkey goes to Group A. So these were the 2 teams in pot number 4. We can go right away to pot number 3, which has the 2 teams of Estonia and the Netherlands. We will now draw those 2 teams to row number 3 in Group A and in Group B. And again, we start with a team. And this is Estonia. Estonia joins Group A, where they will meet Turkey. Second team in pot 3 are the Netherlands. The Netherlands go to Group B and they will have to play Finland. Once again, also in this event, of course, the organizer has the right to choose the group. But first, we have to conclude the last of the other 3 pots. Therefore, we jump over pot number 2, which has Slovakia as the host. And we do pot number 1, which has the 2 teams of Bosnia-Herzegovina and Latvia. And afterwards, we go back to pot 2 and repeat the procedure with the host choosing the corresponding group. So now we do pot 1 with Bosnia-Herzegovina and Latvia. And the first team in this pot is Latvia. Latvia has been drawn to Group B. The team of Bosnia-Herzegovina. And the group for Bosnia-Herzegovina is Group A. So we have concluded pot 4, pot 3 and pot 1. We have left pot 2, which has the team of Slovakia as the hosting nation, together with Lithuania. Therefore, we do again the step that you already could observe before. We have the hosting nation in the red ball, and we will now first check where they are going. We open the red ball, and then we see what happens. So the host of the M18 EHF Championship I is Slovakia.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, second draw for today. Second time it's decision time. So we're now contacting the host Slovakia to see whether they either decide to place themselves in Group A, which is the group with Bosnia-Herzegovina, Estonia and Turkey, or whether they choose to place themselves in Group B, a group in which they would face the teams of Latvia, Netherlands and Finland. This championship, just like the Men's 18 EHF Championship II, is played from the 12th to the 18th of August 2024. These championships, as I said before, they correspond to the EHF Euros of the same age category. It's the second tier events, a chance for these nations although to play on the European stage and obviously showcase their skills. We're having a look, and I just get the thumbs up here from my colleagues. Slovakia, as hosts of this Men's 18 EHF Championship I, have decided to go into Group B. Group B, the group with Latvia, Netherlands and Finland, is now completed with the fourth team, the team from Slovakia. And for the final step of the draw, I hand back to Markus Glaser and Božidar.
So we check the very last team, which is Lithuania. And after we have just learned that Slovakia decided to Group B, consequently Lithuania goes to Group A. And with this step, we have already concluded the draw for this event.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Markus. Thank you very much, Božidar. Dear viewers, as you could just see on the screen, and I'm sure it's going to appear in a few seconds again, the overview for the Men's 18 EHF Championship I looks as follows. Group A, Bosnia, Lithuania, Estonia and Turkey. Group B, Latvia, Slovakia, Netherlands and Finland. With that, we have concluded the second draw for today, and we will move on to the third draw, which is the first draw for an EHF Euro, as now we will be drawing the Men's 18 EHF Euro 2024. Well, it's a bit of an historic moment because it's actually the first time that a younger age category EHF Euro event will be played with 24 teams. 24 teams in the mix. These 24 teams have been allocated to 4 pots, and out of these 4 pots we will draw, as you can now see on the screen. Now you can see the pots, and we will draw 6 groups of 4. These six group of 4 form the men's 18 EHF Euro, which will be played in Montenegro. Well, let's go straight in the mix here, and I hand over to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djukovic again to conduct the draw.
Now, 24 teams means we have a bit more balls to open for this competition. Logically, we have 6 teams in each pot. That means we have 6 blue teams here and 6 groups in the white balls. This is pot number 4. That's the one that we are starting with, and therefore I think we are ready. Team, group, and we do this 6 times for pot number 4. The first team that we have in this competition for pot number 4 is the team of Italy. And we are now going to find out in which group that Italy is put. And the group for Italy is Group F. Group F for Italy. The second team is Romania. Romania is Group E. Group E for Romania. We continue with North Macedonia. North Macedonia goes to Group B. Group B. Next up is the team of Israel. And we are still in row number 4, so it's Group D, row number 4 for Israel. Greece. Greece has 2 positions left where they can go. And the group for Greece is Group A. And the last team of row number 4 is the Ukraine. the Ukraine goes to Group C. And that was port number 4. We will now repeat the same procedure for port number 3, which has 6 teams as well. You can see them on the graphic. It's the teams of Austria, Czechia, the Faroe Islands, Poland, Serbia and Switzerland. They will now be drawn to row 3 in all the 6 groups. First team, Czechia. The group for Czechia is Group C. So Czechia row 3 in Group C, joining the Ukraine. Next is Poland. Poland goes to Group B. Group B for Poland, where they will meet North Macedonia. Then we have the team of Serbia. Serbia goes to Group A, row 3 in Group A for Serbia. They will meet Greece. Then we have the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands go to Group F. So it's Group F together with Italy. Then the next team is the team of Austria. Austria goes to Group E. Group E for Austria, where they will play Romania. And to conclude pot 3, there is Switzerland. There is one position left, one group, if you want to say. For Switzerland, it's Group D. So Switzerland goes to Group D, joining Israel. The M18 Euro takes place in Podgorica in Montenegro. Montenegro, of course, is the host of this event. Montenegro, according to the ranking and to the regulations of the EHF, is placed in pot number 2. We are therefore now again jumping over pot number 2, going directly to pot number 1, and we will draw pot number 1 and afterwards do the step again with the hosting nation having the possibility to choose the group where they go. That means this is now pot number 1, 6 teams in the blue balls, 6 groups in the white balls. The first team in pot number 1 of the M18 Euro is Denmark. Denmark takes the top position in Group C. They will be together in the group with Czechia and the Ukraine. Next up is Iceland. Iceland is drawn to Group F. Group F, where they will meet the Faroe Islands and Italy. The next team is the team of Croatia. Croatia will take position 1 in Group A. So it's Group A for Croatia. They will have to play Serbia and Greece. Then we continue with the team of Spain. The group for Spain is Group E. So it's Group E for Spain, together with Austria and Romania. The next team is Germany. We have 2 positions which are possible for Germany. And for Germany, it is Group B. They will be with Poland and North Macedonia. The last team in pot number 1 is Sweden. The remaining group for Sweden is Group D. That's the group where we already had drawn Switzerland and Israel. So we have concluded the draws for port number 4, port number 3, and port number 1. We have port number 2 open, which among other teams has the team of Montenegro as the hosting nation, together with France, Hungary, Norway, Portugal, and Slovenia. We will now open in a first step again the red ball, which hopefully consists of the team of Montenegro, and afterwards we will find out which group Montenegro is going to choose, as they have the right to do so as the host nation. So this is Montenegro.
Thank you very much, Marcus. As you've just seen, Montenegro as the hosts of the Men's 18 EHF Euro 2024, they have been drawn from pot 2, and they now have the time and the opportunity to choose one out of the 6 groups to place themselves into. So they could choose Group A with Croatia, Serbia and Greece. They could choose Group B with Germany, Poland and North Macedonia. Group C currently consists out of Denmark, Czechia and the Ukraine. Group D, another option, with Sweden, Switzerland and Israel. Group E, Spain, Austria and Romania. Will they choose this one? Or is it going to be Group F, Iceland, Faroe Islands and Italy? And well, literally in the moment that I said Group F, and I'm just going to double check, yes, literally in the moment I did say Group F, I got the confirmation here that Montenegro, as hosts of the Men's 18 EHF Euro, chose Group F with Iceland, Faroe Islands and Italy. This is the group they will start their preliminary round campaign in August. This tournament, by the way, is played in Podgorica between 7th and 18th of August 2024. So with that being said, I now hand back to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djokovic to see where the 5 remaining teams from pot 2 will end up.
Thank you very much for that. Of course, only 5 teams left in the blue balls and only 5 groups left in the white balls. There is no Group F anymore, as this was already taken by Montenegro. So we can now freely draw the remaining 5 teams to the remaining 5 groups. So remember, this is pot number 2, Norway. Norway takes position number 2 in Group C. They will join Denmark, Czechia and the Ukraine. The next team is Portugal. Portugal goes to Group E. They will meet Spain, Austria and Romania. Next team, Slovenia. The group for Slovenia is Group A. Group A for Slovenia. We have 2 teams left, and this one is France. France goes to Group B. They will be together with Germany, Poland and North Macedonia. Then we have the last team in this pot is Hungary. And to make sure that everything was correctly done, Hungary goes to Group D, row number 2. Sweden, Switzerland and Israel will be their opponents.
Thank you very much for this, as we have just concluded today's third draw, the draw for the Men's 18 EHF Euro 2024. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the 6 preliminary round groups here on the screen in front of you. As I said before, this Men's 18 EHF Euro is the first one in this age category, which is played with 24 teams. And these 24 teams, they will take to the courts in Podgorica, Montenegro, between the 7th and the 18th of August 2024. Well, I'll let you have a look at the groups for a few more seconds before we move on to today's fourth draw, the draw for the first Men's 20 EHF Championship. Short seconds. There's the graphic is back again. Well, 6 groups, as I said before, of the Men's 18 EHF Euro, but I think now I'm ready as well here. So let's move on to the draw for the Men's 20 EHF Championship. The one and only Men's 20 EHF Championship, which will be played this summer, will be played in Pristina, Kosovo, between the 13th and the 21st of July. So the under 20 age category is played 1 month earlier than their counterparts of the under 18 category. For this one EHF Championship, we have a total of 12 teams in the mix. These 12 teams will eventually be drawn into 3 groups of 4. However, before we start with the draw, we have to do a short pre-draw because based on the results of the Men's 18 EHF Championship 2022, the teams of Belgium, Estonia and Georgia are ranked on the same position. Therefore, we have to conduct this pre-draw in order to find out whether they will either find themselves in pot 2 or whether they find themselves in pot 3. Out of these 3, as I said, Belgium, Estonia, Georgia, 1 team will be drawn to pot 2, 2 teams will be drawn to pot 3. And in order to conduct this pre-draw and subsequently also the draw, I hand over again to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djokovic.
Well, then, obviously, as explained, we have to do an additional small step in order to be ready for the real draw afterwards. You can see here 1 pot consisting of 3 blue balls, which is Belgium, Estonia and Georgia. The draw will now decide which team goes to pot 2 and which 2 teams go to pot 3 as the teams are ranked in exactly the same position, and there was no possibility to keep them apart from each other. The first team that we draw is the team that goes to pot 2. Okay? One team goes to pot 2. That is the first team which comes out of the draw. The other two teams afterwards will go to pot 3. Please. So this is the team that goes to pot 2. Out of Belgium, Estonia and Georgia. And the draw has decided that Georgia is the team that goes to pot 2. We will now therefore get the respective pots ready and also the graphic, and afterwards put Georgia back into the place where they belong to. And we will open, for courtesy of correctness, of course, the other two teams. This is the team of Estonia, which goes to pot 3. So this is the first of the two teams going to pot 3. And the last one of this pre-draw is Belgium, will go to pot 3 as well. So Belgium, pot 3. And we will now prepare the respective pots and have them ready afterwards for the draw.
Thank you very much. Well, with the pre-draw being conducted and the draw for this men's 20 EHF Championship in preparation, let's have a quick look at what the pots look like. As I said before, 12 teams allocated to 3 pots. In every pot we have 4 teams. Pot 1 consists out of Finland, Latvia, Lithuania and Luxembourg. Pot 2 we have Kosovo, Slovakia, Turkey and Georgia. Kosovo, as explained before, they are the hosts, and as soon as we start the draw and as soon as we've drawn the teams to row 3 as well as to row 1, Kosovo as organizers, they will have the opportunity to choose the group they would like to be placed in. Pot 3, for reason of completeness, consists out of Bulgaria, Great Britain, Estonia and Belgium. And I think with this being said, we are ready for the draw of the Men's 20 EHF Championship 2024. And I hand over back to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djurković.
So as you could see on the graphic, we allocated the teams to the respective pots after we drew Georgia to pot number 2. You can see now pot number 3 is the first one that we are going to draw with Bulgaria, Great Britain, Estonia and Belgium. Once again, as always this afternoon, the teams are in the blue balls and the groups are in the white balls. And the first team is Estonia. Estonia goes to position 4 in Group C. We continue with Great Britain. Great Britain goes to Group D. So it's Group D for Great Britain. Next up is Bulgaria. Bulgaria goes to Group A. And then the last team of pot number 4 is Belgium. Belgium goes to Group B in row 3. The M20 EHF Championship 2024 takes place in Pristina in Kosovo. Kosovo is in pot 2 and will have the right to choose its group later on. We therefore jump over pot number 2, as we did it in all the other previous draws, and go directly to pot number 1, which has the teams of Finland, Latvia, Lithuania and Luxembourg. So we will now draw those 4 teams to position 1 in the 4 groups. And we start with Latvia. Latvia takes position 1 in Group D. The second team is the team of Finland. Finland goes to Group A, joining Bulgaria. Luxembourg is next. The group for Luxembourg is Group B. Joining Belgium. And then finally Lithuania. Lithuania is drawn to the only remaining possibility, which is Group C, where they will meet Estonia. So we did pot number 3 and pot number 1. You can see the teams on the screen. In the meantime, we are ready to do row number 2 with the teams in port number 2. As I mentioned before, Kosovo, as the host nation, has the right to choose one of group A, B, C, or D. Therefore, we will first open the red ball with Kosovo, and afterwards we will find out in which group they decide to go. So the host nation of the M20 EHF Championship is Kosovo.
Thank you very much, Marcus. With this, the ball has been passed to Kosovo as the organizers of this men's 20 EHF Championship, and they have 4 groups to choose from and to make the decision which opponents they would like to face in the preliminary round. The options are Group A with Finland and Bulgaria, Group B in which Kosovo would face Luxembourg and Belgium, Group C in which so far Lithuania and Estonia have been drawn, or Group D with Latvia and Great Britain. This championship, the only men's 20 EHF championship which is played this summer, takes place in Pristina between the 13th and 21st of July. And I'm having a look. I think there's still a bit of decision time needed. After that, we will, so I'll give you a bit of an outlook of what's happening. After this men's 20 EHF championship, we will continue with the draw for the men's 20 EHF Euro. The men's 20 EHF Euro will be played in Slovenia, same dates, or roughly the same time frame as the men's 20 EHF Championship, because it will take place in Celje, Slovenia, between the 10th and the 21st of July. And well, I don't want to give too much away of this men's 20 EHF Euro draw, because Kosovo have made its decision, and Kosovo have decided to go into Group A with Finland and Bulgaria. This means with Kosovo in Group A, we have 3 more spots to fill, 3 more teams to draw, and I hand back to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djokovic.
So with Kosovo having decided to go to Group A, we can continue with the 3 remaining teams, Slovakia, Turkey and Georgia. And the first of those 3 teams is Slovakia. Of course, we have only 3 positions available, as Group A is already occupied. So Slovakia goes to position number 2 in Group D. So it's Group D for Slovakia, together with Latvia and Great Britain. Next team is Turkey. There are 2 groups left for Turkey, and we have Group B. So Turkey Group B, joining Luxembourg and Belgium. Georgia. Georgia takes the last spot in the roster which is position number 2 in Group C, to conclude this draw.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, let's take a moment to look at the 4 groups which we've drawn for the Men's 20 EHF Championship before we move on in a few moments with the last draw for today, the draw for the Men's 20 EHF Euro. The Men's 20 EHF Euro 2024, as I just said, just like the Men's 18 EHF Euro, is also the first one which will be played with 24 teams. And also, just like the draw we have just conducted for the Men's 20 EHF Championship, we have to do a short pre-draw. Austria, Czechia and North Macedonia all won their respective Men's 18 EHF Championships in 2022. Therefore, looking at the ranking for this Men's EHF Euro, Men's 20 EHF Euro, they were all ranked on the same position. Therefore, the pre-draw has to decide which 2 teams will be drawn to pot 3, and which team will be drawn to pot 4. So before we actually start with the draw of the preliminary round, we will conduct this short pre-draw, and I hand over to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djurkovic again.
So once again, as we already did in the last event, we have again this first step to do, to decide between the 3 teams, Austria, Czechia and North Macedonia. 2 teams will go to pot 3 and 1 team will go to pot 2. We have the 3 teams here in one pot in the blue balls. The first 2 teams which will come out of the pot are the 2 teams that go to pot 3. The order does not matter. They are both on the same level. So the first team and the second team will both go to pot 3. The last team which comes out of the pot consequently goes to pot 4. All right, so the first and the second go to pot 3. Please. So the team going to pot 3 is Czechia. Besides Czechia, the second team going to pot number 3 is Austria. So Czechia and Austria go to pot 3. And the team going to pot number 4 is North Macedonia. So North Macedonia, pot 4.
Thank you very much. So with this pre-draw being conducted, well, let's have a look at what the 4 pots for the very first Men's 20 EHF Euro with 24 teams look like. Pot 1, unchanged, Croatia, Denmark, Spain, Germany, Hungary and Sweden. Pot 2, unchanged, Faroe Islands, Iceland, Montenegro, Norway, Portugal and Slovenia. As the pre-draw decided, Czechia and Austria, they have joined France, Italy, Poland and Serbia in pot 3, and North Macedonia was drawn to pot 4 from the pre-draw, and they have joined Greece, Israel, Romania, Switzerland and Ukraine. Well, in the draw for the preliminary round, these 24 teams, they will be drawn to 6 groups of 4, and of course, just like we did it for the 4 previous draws, after we've drawn the teams of pot 4, 3 and 1, Slovenia, as organizers, and as they are seated in pot number 2, they have the option to choose their group. And with that being said, I hand over for today's final draw, the draw for the men's 20 EHF Euro 2024, to Markus Glaser and Božidar Djokovic.
Okay, so everything very well explained and I guess well understood, including the support of the graphics. We are ready to start with pot number 4. 6 teams in the blue balls, 6 groups. We will draw the 6 teams to row number 4 all the way through group A, B, C, D, E and F. Ready? So the first team in pot 4 is North Macedonia. The group for North Macedonia is Group A. Group A. We continue with Switzerland. Switzerland goes to Group C. Next team is Greece. Greece is drawn to Group B. The Ukraine. And the group for the Ukraine is Group F. Two teams left from pot number 4, and this is Romania. Romania is put in Group D. So it's Group D for Romania. And the only remaining team is Israel. Israel goes to Group E, row number 4. And by this, we have concluded pot number 4. and we can move on to pot number 3, which has the teams of France, Italy, Poland, Serbia, Czechia, and Austria. They will now be drawn to row number 3 all across the 6 groups. The first team is Czechia. The group for Czechia is Group D. So Group D for Czechia, joining Romania. The second team is Italy. Italy joins Group E, where they will meet Israel. So it's Group E for Italy. Next up is Austria. Austria takes Group A. So it's position 3 in Group A, Austria. They will have to play North Macedonia. Then we continue with Serbia. Serbia goes to Group B. They will meet Greece. The next team is the team of Poland. Poland goes to Group F, and they will meet the Ukraine. So it's Group F for Poland. Further up, we have France. There is only one group which is open for the team of France, and this is Group C, joining Switzerland. So this was pot 4 and pot 3. The hosting nation for the men's 20 EHF Euro 2024 is Slovenia, with Celje as the venue. Slovenia is in pot 2. Therefore, as we did it before, we will go over pot number 2 and continue directly with pot number 1 and come back afterwards to pot number 2 with Slovenia as the hosting nation. Pot number 1 has Croatia, Denmark, Spain, Germany, Hungary and Sweden, and these teams will now be drawn to position 1 in each of the 6 groups. So the top position of Denmark as the first team in pot 1. Denmark's group is Group E. The second team out of pot 1 is Germany. Germany goes to Group B. So it's Group B. They will meet Serbia and Greece. Croatia. Croatia goes to Group A. They will join Austria and North Macedonia. Next is Sweden. The group for Sweden is Group F. So Sweden going to Group F together with Poland and the Ukraine. Then we have the team of Spain. Spain goes to Group C. Their opponents will be France and Switzerland. One team left in pot number 1, which is Hungary. One position left in row number 1 for Hungary, which is Group D. So Hungary joins Group D with Czechia and Romania. So we have pot number 2 left. Pot number 2 has the host nation, the organizer, as we call it, which is Slovenia. They are in pot number 2 alongside with the Faroe Islands, Iceland, Montenegro, Norway, and Portugal. As we are used to, the procedure is now that we will open the red ball, and afterwards we will get a choice from the Slovenian Federation telling us which group they would like to choose. So, first team is Slovenia.
Thank you very much. Slovenia, organizers of the Men's 20 EHF Euro 2024, have been drawn from pot 2. Well, it's the last draw for today, and it's the last time that there is decision time. So which group will Slovenia choose? They have the option to choose between 6 different ones here. Group A, Croatia, Austria, and North Macedonia would be their opponents. If they choose Group B, it would be Germany, Serbia, and Greece. Group C so far has Spain, France, and Switzerland. Group D, Hungary, Czechia, and Romania. Group E, Denmark, Italy, and Israel. Or Group F, Sweden, Poland, and Ukraine. And the decision has been made. Slovenia, as organizers of the Men's 20 EHF Euro 2024, go to Group E, in which they will face Denmark, Italy, and Israel. However, we still have 5 teams left in pot number 2 to conclude the draw for this under 20 EHF Euro, and I ask Markus Glaser and Božidar Djokovic to continue.
Okay, thank you. The last part for today, the remaining 5 teams, which are in the blue balls, will be drawn to the remaining 5 groups, row 2. Group E is not available anymore, as Slovenia decided to go to Group E. So we have A, B, C, D, and F left, which we will draw now. And the team coming out first is Montenegro. Montenegro goes to Group A, meeting Croatia, Austria, and North Macedonia. The second team is Norway. Norway goes to position 2 in Group D. Norway, Group D, Hungary, Czechia, and Romania are their opponents. The Faroe Islands are next. The group of the Faroe Islands is Group C. They will play Spain, France, and Switzerland. Iceland. Two groups left for Iceland. And they will join Group F, which is Sweden, Poland, and the Ukraine as their opponents. And the very last one is Portugal. Portugal goes to Group B. And with Portugal on row number 2 in Group B, we have concluded this draw.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you, Markus. Thank you, Bojo. Well, it's been a big draw for the younger age category events today. In total, we drew the groups for 5 championships, respectively EHF Euros, or 3 EHF Championships and 2 EHF Euros to be more precise. Well, to conclude today, let's have a quick look back at the 5 tournaments. Here you can see the graphic for and the overview for the men's 20 EHF Euro 2024. This tournament is going to be played in Celje, Slovenia. First match day is the 10th of July. Last match day, the final, on the 21st of July. Seeing whether we can get, there we go. We go to the men's 18 EHF Championship number 2, the one which is played in Kosovo and the one which was actually the first which we drew today. 2 groups, 7 teams in total. The playing dates for this one in Pristina, Kosovo, 12th to 18th of August. Championship number 1 in the men's 18 category, which is played in Slovakia. 8 teams, 2 groups of 4, as you can see here on the screen. Just like the one in Kosovo, this one is also played from the 12th to the 18th of August. The men's 18 EHF Euro, the first one to be played with 24 teams, 6 groups of 4. It starts slightly earlier on the 7th of August, continues all the way until the 18th of August, excuse me, and is played in Podgorica, Montenegro. Again, like to repeat it, bit of history made today. The men's 18 EHF Euro and the men's 20 EHF Euro are the first ones to be played with 24 teams. And last but not least, I think we have one more to go. Men's 20 EHF Championship, the second tournament which is played in Kosovo. From a date point of view, actually the first one, as this one throws off already on the 13th of July, then continues all the way until the 21st of July. You can see it here on the screen. 4 groups of 3 men's 20 EHF Championship in Kosovo. And maybe we can get the EHF Euro back again here on the screen. There we go. That's the tournament with which it all starts. The men's 20 EHF Euro in Celje, Slovenia, 10th of July all the way until the 21st of July. Well, with that being said, thank you for watching and following these draws today with us. You'll find all the results and the summary in just a few moments on eurohandball.com. And I wish you a very pleasant afternoon. Thank you very much and see you soon.